Pineapple. That's some freaky fruit right there, especially if you see it upside down with your old nasty ass. Today we're making grilled pineapple with rum sauce and some ice cream because why not have some summer desserts? You've already got the grill fired up. And the best thing about this is you don't actually even need a grill to make this because cookouts aren't always about the meat, sometimes it's about the sweets. Seriously, upside down pineapple is really freaky. And as I mentioned, we don't need a grill. We can just use this cast iron skillet right here, which I'm gonna go ahead and get preheated on the oven. But I have made these before on a gas grill, delicious. I haven't done charcoal yet, but I imagine it's still just as good. But I just wanted to give you all an option because sometimes I can tell some of you are discouraged when I say grilled and you're like, well, I don't have a grill, so let me not do this recipe. But you can absolutely do it. It's still gonna be good because it's all about that rum sauce. So let's get this heated up and then we'll start slicing up our pineapple. All right, first thing we gotta do is get our pineapple sliced up. And if you're wondering, yes, you can use canned sliced pineapple rings. I would just get the one that's in 100% pineapple juice, not the one in heavy syrup. And also just be kind of mindful that the ones in the can are gonna be a little bit sweeter than say like a fresh one. So just FYI, in case you're someone like me who has a tolerance, I have a ceiling to how much sweetness I can have. If you've never cut a pineapple, guess what? We're gonna learn today. To get your pineapple prepared, very simple, sharp knife. We're gonna start by cutting off the bottom. And this is just, ooh, pineapple got some extraness to it. And that's just so it can sit straight. We'll do the same thing with the top. You don't have to go that far down, just enough to get it. Maybe we'll go a little bit deeper. There we go. And it's okay if your pineapple is leaning like this, it's whatever. Now we're gonna take our knife and we're just going to cut off the outer skin. Now we can shape these up later, make them look nicer, but for right now, we definitely just want to get the skin off. Ooh. Tell you what, this pineapple has seen better days. Now, all these little things right here, like these eyes of the pineapple, we want to get that off. But we don't want to get too aggressive and cut off the good fleshy parts of the pineapple. So this is where we have to get a little meticulous. And as I always say, if it doesn't look like something you want to eat, cut it off. Don't keep it. And I'm just gonna do myself a favor and cut off this bottom because I can tell there's some parts that don't look too appetizing. Like all that right there, that little brown, if you can see if my camera's even focusing on it, I don't want it, I'm not gonna eat it. All right, there's a few more little spots that I need to clean off. Again, we don't want any of those eyes. It's not a fun eating experience. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good pineapple. Now, also what I wanna do is, I wanna say maybe like 3/4 of an inch thick is what I'm looking for here. So I'll kind of guesstimate something like that. Again, we want these thick because we don't want them to get all mushy and stuff when we cook them. And one more. Oh, this is perfect. So I got 4 slices out of this. And this is a totally optional thing, but I think it elevates the experience. Here is the core of the pineapple. We don't want to eat it. If you have like a small cookie cutter or like a biscuit cutter, you could absolutely use that to take this core out. There's also like pineapple cores, decors, whatever you want to call that shit. They have those out there. They're pretty cool. I don't make this enough to justify owning one, so I'm just gonna take a knife right here, and I've got the short one because the dexterity of it is a lot easier than saying this big one right here. And I'm just gonna take the core out. It doesn't have to be perfectly round, but I'm gonna try to get as close to it as I can because I don't want to lose a lot of the flesh. And again, you'll know the core. I don't know if the camera's picking it up that well because I'm kind of limited on my options here, but you'll know it stands out. It's a lot darker than say the rest of it. This is the good part. This is the part we don't want. And I've eaten cores before. I've gotten sloppy, you know, cutting up pineapples. It's not bad, it's just not fun to eat, that's all. So my oven, it's a gas oven. It goes up to 6 and then it says high. I've got it between a 6 and 5. So I wanna say that's maybe like medium high heat. See if we can get this, boom, just like that. we got ourselves some pineapple rings. So I'm gonna do the rest of these. I'm gonna move right over here to the stove because we have to make our rum sauce, and it's honestly really, really quickly. Everything goes really fast, which is why this is the perfect summer cookout meal because you've already got everything fired up. Just throw it on for a few minutes and you're done. So I'll be right back. And just like that, we have got our pineapple rings. Now let me also point out, you don't have to do rings, you can do pineapple spears. I would do chunks because I feel like they're just gonna kind of cook weird, but I feel like the rings just look better for the presentation, for the thumbnail. A lot of times I just do things for the thumbnail. No other reason other than I just want the picture to look nice. So if you wanna do spears, you absolutely can. It's totally up to you. But now we're gonna move over here to our grill pan because it is nice and hot. And yeah, the rest of this, gonna move quick. All right, so while this is continuing to preheat, I just wanna get my rum sauce going, and I've got it set to low because honestly we're not really cooking it, but I don't want to make a mess using multiple pots. So I've got 4 tablespoons of butter here, unsalted of course, and I'm just going to put it in this pan, and I just really want this to melt. Once this butter melts, honestly we don't have to do anything else. We're not really cooking anything, as I said. All right, again, over low heat, our butter has melted, the 4 tablespoons, and so now I want to add 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I'm also going to add 1/4 teaspoon of just some cinnamon, ground cinnamon. 1/4 teaspoon of some curry powder. And 1/4 teaspoon of some vanilla extract. Lastly, it's not a rum sauce without rum. So I have got some dark rum here, and yes, I'm emphasizing dark rum. Don't get the Bacardi Gold and stuff that's not dark rum. Normally I cook with Myers, but this is all I had access to today. I don't even know what this brand is, but dark rum. And we're literally just going to, well, first off, we're going to kill the heat because we don't need it anymore. I'm just going to put a splash, maybe a little bit more, of rum in there. And then we're going to let that residual heat bring everything together, get the sugar dissolved. And we're going to whisk it together. And don't worry, that rum is going to cook off when we're grilling the pineapples. I think that's good. All right, so we've got our rum sauce there. I've got my pineapple rings here, and I'm just going to take a brush, and I'm just gonna hit this first side. This is the side that we're gonna put down first onto the grill. And then we'll hit the other side. I've seen some people soak their pineapples in rum first. You can absolutely do that too. I'm just doing it this way because this is the way that I originally did this recipe many years ago. All right, so we've got one of our sides brushed up. I've just got some cooking spray here because I don't want our pineapple to stick. And then we're just gonna take our pineapples, put them right on. And the cool thing about this is honestly, what we're trying to do here is get our sugars to caramelize from the rum sauce, but also the sugars inside the pineapples. Let me turn this fan on. We just want things to caramelize. The pineapples are good to eat as is. We could literally just put this on and eat it, but we want to bring out the sweetness. I'm gonna let those go for a few minutes until we get some good grill marks, and then we'll flip them over, get the other side, and that'll be it. All right, it has been about a minute or so. And remember, if you're doing this inside, it's good to open up your windows and stuff like that, because it is gonna make a lot of smoke. So let's turn that over. Very good grill marks on it. That's what I like to see. We're gonna let this go for just a few more minutes, and then we're done. That's it, just that simple. It's just that simple. Cook the pineapples to your heart's content. I only did mine maybe like 2 minutes each side, but you can go longer if you want to. Just to know the longer you cook them, the sweeter it's gonna be, and the potential for it to get a little bit softer is gonna be there. So that's all you need to know. But I put some caramel sauce. I got my rum sauce that I brushed back on here again. And also I have put just some regular French vanilla ice cream up there. Feel free to do whatever you want. It is your dessert. But I wanna give me a little piece because what is poor choices without me eating? Oh yeah, that's nice and, for lack of better words, tender. Gotta get that rum sauce and gotta get that caramel sauce. Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? A donut, weirdly enough. It reminds me of a donut. Enjoy that recipe. Again, if you've already got things fired up, whether it's on your gas grill, your charcoal grill, or you're just inside the house, maybe you're doing like a Sunday brunch or something like that, a great recipe to go to. I'm gonna finish tearing this up, and I also have a few more here, so I'm pretty sure the rest of my house is gonna eat them. But that's Poor Choices Kitchen. Hey, and we got a Patreon. Link is in the description. $1 a month is all we ask for. It really greatly helps the channel with just affording ingredients and doing videos like this. So if you want to support, feel free to click that link and donate as much as you want. And that's it. And if you couldn't tell, my poor choice was dark rum because it is all up in here, and it's so good. So we'll see you all here next time.